We took every at-home test we could find and we're about to learn the results.
Let's talk about that. Good Mythical morning.
We've tested a lot of things over the years, from wacky products to crazy food mashups to Stevie's patience.
We also did a biological age test a while back, and that got us to thinking, if we can send off our bodily fluids to find out our biological age, what else can our bodily fluids tell us?
So today we're tapping the full potential of all our fluids. And when I say all, I mean all. It got pretty intimate.
Yep.
It's time for It's Alive! And more, taking every at-home test.
Okay, boys, you've already taken a bunch of at-home tests in the last few weeks, and now it's time to reveal your results. We're gonna start with all of the blood tests, which I heard were perhaps the most difficult for you.
Well, first of all, I don't remember saying yes to this, but
We knew you would say no.
We probably, oh, you said yes to this?
Yes.
Because you believe that when you subject yourself to every test and then sharing it with a crew before we even knew what it was, that doesn't put us in some sort of risk of like
Oh, I didn't think about that.
embarrassment or worse.
Maybe we shouldn't upload
Like
this.
we find out that we have something that's gonna change our lives indefinitely, and we just got David over there just juggling with it.
Well, if we had have found, maybe we did find out
You
something
don't
like that.
know.
I think if they
You're
found
so
out that
confident.
we're about to die, they would probably not let us do this.
And I didn't know there was gonna be so many. And yeah, so I already got this upset when I showed up and saw this array of tests we had to take.
And I will say that both of us, for some reason, even though I don't consider myself to have thick blood, both of us have a lot of trouble with a finger prick. Like
'Cause each
we were
one
supposed
comes
to
with
do
a little
finger prick and then like do a bunch
Drip,
of blood
drip,
stuff.
drip,
So we
blood.
did that, and then we're supposed. The first one I think was the blood test, and it was like these 5 little circles that you had to drop.
On like a business card.
I at least got like a couple of drops. You couldn't get anything to drop at all.
Because my blood knows where it needs to stay.
Okay. And so then we were like, this is gonna kill us if we have to keep doing this. So we had the idea to bring in someone who would just take a bunch of blood out of
A
us.
phlebotomist, you know,
Yeah.
someone who that's their job. They take your blood and then they just spew it on business cards or whatever they do.
And then
We show up a few days later and
It was Matt from the
medic.
medic who's working on Wonderhole.
Yeah.
And
The whole point of Matt the medic is that he never actually does anything. I mean, no offense to Matt, but
yeah, this was the most work he's done for us.
if everything goes well, he does nothing.
Right. He does say, make sure you put your sunscreen on. He said that a few times.
Yeah. And he's ready if something goes wrong, but
Yeah.
nothing has.
Okay, well, luckily we were able to distribute your blood onto many a test. And
Almost
yes,
fainted.
we are starting with the blood type test.
This is important because you need to put this into your phone on the little thing.
I already know this.
I know we did it on the show at some
think
point,
I'm-
but I couldn't remember what mine was.
What is A, B, or O? Mm-hmm. I
Or
think
AB.
Or AB. I think I'm O.
Okay, no. So this test
See?
required 4 drops of blood mixed with water, and after it dried, we discovered that, Rhett, you are O positive.
What does that mean?
That is the most common blood type.
Yes!
And also you are a universal donor for like over 80% of people who have positive blood
Am I a
types.
universal receiver?
No, I don't know.
I'm a
I didn't
universal
look-
donor.
Let
O
me look
positive.
up, let me look up the receiving. Link, you are A positive.
So I'm a bottom.
What?
You mean a phlebotom?
You got it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not a receiver. Well,
I'm A positive.
You're A positive.
That's A
Right,
plus.
you're not a
It's the best
universal
score.
receiver. That is AB.
Okay.
But Link is a bottom. And also, a fun fact
A
about
plus.
A positive. A positive blood from male donors can be made into special medicines to treat conditions such as dry eye syndrome. So Link has
bleed in your
something
eye?
that you need, right?
But I have dry eye.
That's what I'm
Can I just
saying.
bleed
He
into my
has the
eyes?
solution
No.
to it.
Oh, he has it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have it.
You need to bleed into my eye.
Yeah, next time I'm bleeding, I'll just drop it right into your eye.
Okay, up next is a serum ferritin test. It measures the amount of ferritin in your blood, which is a protein that stores iron in your cells. And we've discovered that both of you are iron deficient.
Really?
Link, you have insufficient iron. And Rhett, you are severely deficient of iron.
Severely?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's fairly common to be on that end of the spectrum. Now, don't go Googling things in the middle of the
I was
episode.
gonna write it down.
He has health anxiety.
We'll give you all this information.
So I need to find iron and lick it. What do you do?
There's
Find
iron supplements.
iron things.
Eat red meat. It's really good for you.
Yeah, that too. Up next is the oral herpes test. It detects HSV1 antibodies in a blood sample.
Listen, I've already told y'all, I'm a herpes icon.
You're a whore
Herpes.
and a bottom. Rhett, your test came back negative.
Thank you.
Link, yours came back positive.
Oh, at least we know
knew
it
that
worked.
already.
How positive?
Super positive.
Solid.
I did not have a current outbreak.
Yeah, it's a blood test.
I'm just saying, I know it's always there, but this is proof that it's always lurking in the shadows, waiting to just explode off my face.
Yes. Up next, the heart health
Bummer.
test. This is one of the few tests we had to send out to a lab to read. It's a series of lipid panel tests that look at total cholesterol, triglycerides, HDL, and LDL
Yeah.
cholesterol. Rhett, your total cholesterol and HDL cholesterol levels were normal, but your triglycerides and LDL cholesterol levels were high.
Yeah.
Link, your HDL cholesterol and triglyceride levels were normal, but your total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol levels were high.
Yes.
It's a little mix. A little mix.
I
for
knew
both of
that.
you.
I
I'm
knew
working
that.
on it, and I've actually brought it down.
I
It's like 50 points.
am just saying that it's genetic, and I'm not changing anything.
Okay, good.
Okay. Your last blood test was for syphilis. This
Okay.
test claims that 60% of people that have syphilis
Hold on
don't
now.
know they have it.
Hold on. So, if you're about to tell one of us that we have syphilis, what are the ways you could have gotten that don't involve?
Sex.
Yeah.
Toilet seat.
I don't know how syphilis is. I
I've
think
used
it's
a lot
bodily
of public
fluids.
restrooms. Like at amusement parks, for some reason I get the runs at the amusement parks.
I don't know. It's I feel like if you were about to tell one of us we have syphilis, you would have told us off camera, right?
Yeah,
Is that?
Yeah, I hope.
Oh, it's only sex. That's how you.
Okay,
get
then I
only
don't have
sex. You both don't have it. It's
Yeah.
a good. Whew, yeah, you
I'm not even.
passed.
Do I look
passed.
relieved because I'm not?
But I have an iron deficiency, a severe one? What does that
Yeah,
mean?
it's okay. It's still gonna be fine.
I don't know. I don't know. You're not a doctor.
We are well.
I can
I believe
rectify it.
I have
Iron pills.
I
They'll
have that
constipate
as
you.
well. That's popped up for me.
Okay. 'Cause
So and I'm fine.
Okay.
Really pale, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
think it
Anyway,
does.
that's the end of blood tests, and we are moving on to
Really
the urine test category. Would you like to talk about peeing, or have we done that enough on this
we've
show?
done that enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
we pee all the time on this show.
First test.
I hate
is-
that y'all had to handle it though.
Well,
Yeah.
I was told some things privately by someone about both your blood and your urine.
I have strong urine because I marked my territory.
You have strong urine. You both have strong, fortified urine,
Yeah,
I've
right.
heard. The first test is a UTI test. That can happen. UTIs can happen to anyone, regardless of gender. But thankfully, both of you do not have
Great.
UTIs. Up next, the common STD test.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we had to send this one out as well, and it checks for 3 common and curable STDs: chlamydia, gonorrhea, and a common one that I don't know how to pronounce, trichomoniasis.
Y'all just trying to
Jickamas.
catch us with a STI,
Jickamas.
and we said yes to this.
Jicama? I've had jicama.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Hold
a
on,
little
that
like
showed up.
vinegar, a little salt.
I don't know. I feel a little violated here.
Both of you are good. No,
No
STIs.
STDs. Okay.
And no STDs. What is this one? Trichomoniasis.
Trichomoniasis.
Is that? Do people talk about that? There's a
get it.
street name for
You
that.
get it. If you have sex with pork.
trick? Oh, I get it.
Looking over at Sierra, who's the writer of this episode, and she looks terrified.
Everybody's making
Up
their own
next.
jokes. It's okay.
An alcohol test. Detects if you've consumed alcohol in the previous 80 hours. Both of
80
your
hours.
results were negative. What's up,
Okay.
you guys? Just sitting at home, not doing
80
anything?
hours.
Not drinking alcohol.
I don't drink a lot of alcohol.
I drink alcohol every 81 hours.
Yes.
Then we did an ovulation test.
I think I was
good.
ovulating.
I've been waiting on this one.
I was ovulating during the test. I could feel it.
You're negative.
Okay.
We did a pregnancy test.
Yeah, I always wanted to do one of those.
You're negative.
Okay.
We did a menopause test. You're negative.
But we're still men.
I'll tell you. You're thorough.
We
if
also
anything.
often pause.
Very thorough.
And that is the conclusion of the urine test.
Men of pause.
Yeah. Yeah. And at this, and we can take a breather at this junction.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I know
let's
what's
do
coming
that.
up on the other side is
Yeah,
having
yeah.
to be intimate with a cup.
Yep.
All right. But if you want to be intimate with Summer, we have a channel called Mythical 24/7.
Yes, we do.
It's constantly running mythical content, and we have a summer marathon happening on our channel, Mythical 24/7. If you have Amazon Prime and Fire TV channels, you got it. If you got Roku, you got it. If you got Samsung, you got it. And
Got
more to check it out. Mythical 24/7.
Okay, here we are in the miscellaneous category, which is
Can we just skip to the
No, let's let it build. Let it build up.
the baby batter?
Let it build up. Let it
All
build
right,
up.
fine. Build up to it.
okay.
I'm interested in the results, man.
This is non-blood, non-urine tests. We did COVID tests because that's a test.
Hadn't
you
done
can
enough
do.
of those in the past few years.
Yeah, you're negative, of course.
Okay.
Nutrition imbalance
Yeah.
test.
I don't have enough iron. I know that.
What?
This test claims to detect the body's inability to absorb specific vitamins, minerals, fatty acids, amino acids, and trace minerals.
What did we do for this?
It required 10 to 15 strands of your head
This
and
was
or
the
body
first
hair.
thing. I gave a lot of arm hair.
Oh,
I'm going to let you know what nutrients were at level 3, which means your body is experiencing a severe inability to absorb these nutrients.
I
Are
hate
you so
this.
excited?
I hate this.
Okay,
Iron.
Rhett, you are experiencing a severe inability to absorb 6 different nutrients, including arachidonic acid.
I knew it. Every time I go out for arachidonic acid, I'm like, I know this isn't doing anything.
Bioflavonoids,
Bioflavonoids.
manganese, and threonine.
what are we expected to do with this information?
Well, I don't know what any of Rhett's are, but I know what yours are, Link, because you are experiencing a severe inability to absorb 14 different nutrients, including calcium, sulfur, vitamins A, B11, B13, D3, and K1, and that's not all of them.
Why?
I
I'll
don't
figure it
really
out.
know what that means. Well, because
Bioflavonoids.
people say that if you taking supplements sometimes doesn't do anything because your body doesn't absorb them.
Well,
So
now we know.
I don't know. Okay, up
I'll
next,
figure that out.
the HIV test.
Okay, this could really take
I want-
things in a weird direction.
I want to say it was done via an oral swab, and we're not
Oh, and
saying
it hurt too.
that this specific test isn't legit. But here's a quote from the listing. It's the only at-home oral HIV test approved by the. That's the end
by
of the,
the period.
sentence. Approved by the.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
it.
Nobody.
You're both negative.
Okay,
You're both
good,
negative.
good.
You can.
All right.
You can rest assured for that one.
All right.
Well, I mean, via that oral test that you
Yes.
can take at home, you can rest assured. Colon health test. This is a fecal occult blood rapid test that looks for hidden blood in a
Occult?
stool sample. One of 2 tests we sent home with you to do on your own
It's not a
time.
fun one.
It says, and your wives sent in your results. What? Why? What do you mean?
So
What?
we couldn't see the results.
Well, let me just say that was the plan.
Oh, okay.
My wife was out of town, so I had to be her. So I had
You had to poop without her holding your hand?
So I had to poop. Now, first of all, let's talk about that.
I usually poop
There
when
was
she's not
a-
in the bathroom.
I've had to do this a couple of times because I did this for before we got our colonoscopies. There was this thing, that Cologuard thing. I had to take a crap into that just to make sure I didn't have colon cancer while I waited on you to turn old enough to do colonoscopy, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So for this one, you tape this paper.
It's like a net under a trapeze.
And then you
artist.
crap into
it's
this
paper.
like basically a poop hammock. When you poop into the water, you're like, oh, I don't know how much poop that was. When you poop into a poop hammock, you're like, I'm a bear. You're like, I can't believe how much poop I can make. It's like if I pooped in somebody's yard, they would be like, this must be a bear. They wouldn't think it was a dog. There's no dog, Great Dane or otherwise, that can make as much poop as I can make in one sitting.
I don't.
Is that how you feel?
Not exactly. Not to that.
Well, if our farts are in
I think I'm in Great Dane territory, but I'm not in.
I'm
not
in bear, and
territory.
I'm talking grizzly. I'm not talking black bear. I'm grizzly bear territory.
Okay.
Good gracious, it was obscene.
Both of your results were negative.
Yeah, we haven't been involved in the occult.
And the next test is the post-vasectomy sperm count test.
Let me tell you, never participated in one of these.
Okay.
Like,
You never given for medical reasons?
I've never donated any of that batter to. Well, I've only donated it to one person.
Right?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, and how did it go for you?
Well, that one person was in North Carolina at the time,
Oh,
so I had to handle things on my own. Yeah.
how was that?
It's quite nice. I'm a fan.
I opted to unwittingly do the most challenging way, which I'd never done before, and I realized as I was doing it, I would say we both realized that I had never done that method before.
Yes.
The one where you gotta put that thing in reverse,
The pull-out method?
back it out, the back out method.
Hold on. Did you have like a cup on standby and Christy didn't know?
She knew. It was like bringing a third person into our bedroom, and it was just a little plastic cup.
Mr. Cup.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would adopt this as a method of birth control.
Hold on. You're serious? Like
it's-
we use that method for like.
I've never once used the method.
But hold on. But in between children, we use that method a lot because I was like, I don't want
Why
you to
on-
get pregnant, but if you did, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but you're still.
So you wrapped it up the whole time in between kids, only exclusively?
Oh yeah.
I handled it on my own.
But
That's all I'm
It's
saying.
difficult.
Listen.
And it's not worth it. It's dumb.
The results are
Don't do it.
that
Find another way.
both of your vasectomies
Anyway.
worked.
Yeah.
They worked. So that's the results
Yep.
of that test. Now we're gonna move on, Link,
It's the first
we're gonna
and
move
last
on
time I will ever try that.
to a test that we're doing right now.
It actually took 2 attempts.
We're doing a test right
I
now.
left
Doing it.
It's called the Checkmate Infidelity Test. So this test claims to test suspicious stains for semen, so you can see if your partner has been unfaithful. And what we've done in order to test this, because we didn't test it on your clothing or your wife's clothing, we
Good.
actually went to the thrift store and we picked 2 random pieces of
Suspicious.
clothing. If we could, yep. And so
Suspicious looking.
we did the test. We have the results. I will say, one piece came back negative. One piece came back positive. And the positive piece is on Link's side.
What is it? But it's probably not the waistband because that's the only place I've touched.
Actually, that is exactly where we swabbed.
It was all around the waistband.
The waistband only.
Yeah.
No.
It was like a belt, basically.
Just kidding. They both came back negative. I just-
Oh, great. Okay, but that's the thing you can do?
It's a thing you can do.
Well, we did that.
But now it's a thing that we can't do because we've done it, guys. How do you feel? Your bosses are free
I
and
feel
clear of nothing except
terrible.
cholesterol and herpes.
The worst part was the part when you were talking for that really long period of time, and now I feel terrible.
Right, yeah, that-
I'm just trying to give you what you want.
No.
You guys send me home with a freaking cup.
yeah.
I got to get something out of it too.
You want a cup every day?
Yeah, I can get into it. No, I hated it. It was
Okay.
dumb. It
Don't
was
send him
stupid.
home with any more
I don't
cups.
get it.
Okay, we learned a lot about ourselves.
We gotta. I mean, the cholesterol. We gotta look into that and those other things that Steve. told us
Iron
about.
deficiency.
Yeah.
Thanks for commenting and sharing this video.
You know what time it is.
This is Michael with Red Dirt Magnet Fishing, cleaning up the waterways of Oklahoma with the giant magnet, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Magnet fishing.
I love giant magnets. Click the top link to watch us play with some smaller magnets and Good Mythical more.
And to find out where the Wheel of Mythicality is gonna land. Throwback to your favorite summer mythical moments on Mythical 24/7. Stream our channel on Amazon Prime and Fire TV channels, Roku, Samsung, and more.